Hi there, Michael McQueen here. Well, it's book review day today. I've been doing this recently, giving shout outs to some of the books and the authors and thinkers that have been most impactful in the research and work for my own book, the newest book that I've had come out called Mindstuck, Mastering the Art of Changing Minds. And the next book I wanted to give a shout out to, I actually came across years ago and I first read it and then reread it a few years later, and then I returned to it a third time in the research process for this new book. It's a book called To Sell is Human by Daniel Pink. And if you know Daniel Pink's work, he's got some brilliant books. He's been writing brilliant books for years. But what I particularly like about To Sell is Human is he actually addresses this notion that many of us have, that actually selling, whether it's a product or a service or an idea and a perspective, is a bit icky. Most of us don't like to do it. This notion that we feel like it's manipulative or it's contrived. And so he looks at how do you actually influence others in a manner that's integrous, that has ethics, but also has the other person's interests in mind. He moves away from this idea of win-lose and this idea of a battle to how do we get the best out of a situation for all parties involved in a sustainable way. So I'd highly recommend you get a copy of this book. If you've got it on your shelf and you haven't read it for a while, you've never read it, get it off the shelf. There's some really great insights in this, some very practical examples. And thank you as well, a bit of a shout out to Dan for doing such a lovely endorsement for Mindstuck. So highly recommend, get a copy of Dan's work. There's a lot of great stuff out there by him, but especially this book, To Sell is Human. It's an absolute cracker.